Good evening. My name is Edward Sanchin Oberholzer. I'm the resident priest and guiding teacher of the Joseph Priestley Zen Sangha here in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. We're an affiliate of Empty Moon Zen. My mother liked to sing Tin Pan Alley knockoffs with melodies stolen from the classics I had just started to listen to and could never listen to again without hearing the grafted-on lyrics. And hymns. She sang lots of hymns. She would sing hymns as she went about her day, as she cooked the dinner, as she made the beds. She hummed them as she sent us off to school. I never knew whether she sang hymns as she visited families in her work as a social worker, but it wouldn't have surprised me. Nor should it, given that her father became an Episcopal priest and my mother was, if anything, a devout Episcopalian. It both drove me mad. It gave me a firm grounding in hymn tunes and probably rendered me unfit for the appreciation of atonal music. So it was then not a complete shock when I met my advisor at Boston University. Peter Bertocci had been a Methodist minister before becoming a philosophy professor, and I soon discovered that all of his lectures were sermons. Well, actually, or just the one sermon. I did, however, appreciate that to illustrate Plato's theory of forms, Bertocci turned to that old hymn, "Abide with me." You may know it. I can only hear it in my mother's voice, and the words, which I will refrain from singing, go, "Abide with me, fast falls the eventide, the darkness deepens, Lord, with me abide. When other helpers fail and comforts flee, help of the helpless, oh, abide with me. Swift to its close ebbs out life's little day, earth's joys grow dim, its glories pass away. Change and decay in all around I see. O thou who changes not, abide with me. Lovely as that first verse is, a kind of Christian invocation of the Bodhisattva of compassion, Kuan Yin. It was the second verses, change and decay in all around I see, O thou who changest not, abide with me, that Bertocci drew upon to illustrate Plato, and it is that stanza that I would use to illustrate the central truths of Buddhism. Perhaps the most succinct echo of this hymn was set out by Shunryo Suzuki, who, according to David Chadwick, the priest of whom Richard Baker Roshi, shaking his head, said, "Years of expensive Zen training gone to waste." Chadwick it was, or is, who tells us, in complete contradiction, I think, of Baker's observation, that one day he asked Suzuki Roshi, the founder of the San Francisco Zen Center, "Can you reduce Buddhism to one phrase?" Chadwick did not expect an answer and was surprised when Suzuki did answer. As Chadwick related, he looked at me and said, "Everything changes." Then he asked for another question. So there you have it. Not just one phrase, two words confirming that old hymn, change and decay in all around I see. Everything, everywhere, all things, all of it changing. And if everything changes, what of the "O thou who changest not"? Does anything not change? Does even the Dharma pass away? We reach out to grasp for a handhold, a rock, something solid, something that thou who changes not. Christians have it. Why not us? And as we grasp, as our hands close on empty space, when the ground shifts under us, we find that we're being invited to dance. We can flail about, looking in vain for that solid ground, or we can dance. We can accept the whirling, the giddiness, the lack of a handhold. The Dharma points the way, but it won't be there forever. The Buddha tells us of building a raft to cross over to the other side. The raft of the Dharma cobbled together through our delusions and left behind when we make it across. After all, who carries a raft when you've made it to the other shore? Let's go back to that second verse. Swift to its close, ebbs out life's little day. Earth's joys grow dim, its glories pass away. Change. Change, yes, inexorable. Change, like it or not, but change. And as Buddha noted, we suffer from our desire that things not change. We suffer when we do not know those dance steps in the great line dance of life. We suffer when, a passenger on the back of life's motorcycle, we don't lean into the curve. When, unwilling as I might be, I have to leave the warm cocoon of my bed and place my feet on that cold and unwelcoming floor. But change cuts much closer to the bone than the minor complaint of crawling out of a warm bed in the morning. As much as I disliked my mother's hymn singing, my annoyance with her pales when I remember that she's no longer here, no longer humming, "O God, our help in ages past," and never will again, and that there is no way to avoid that. The Japanese poet and priest, Kobayashi Isa, lost his young daughter and wrote, "This world of dew is a world of dew, and yet, that early morning dew lingers only a short time before evaporating in the sun. Knowing this, we still might wish it were otherwise, and yet, there the pain of absence lingers on in its place." Czesław Miłosz, the Polish poet, saw this flash of lightning in a summer cloud, this fleeting moment, this bubble in a stream. He saw this riding in a farm wagon and wrote in 1936, "We were riding through frozen fields in a wagon at dawn. A redwing rose in the darkness, and suddenly a hare ran across the road. One of us pointed to it with his hand. That was long ago. Today, neither of them is alive, neither the hare nor the man who made the gesture. Oh, my love, where are they? Where are they going? The flash of a hand, streak of the movement, rustle of pebbles. I ask not out of sorrow, but in wonder." And there can be this sense of wonderment, a sense of awe, watching, being a part of the vast swirling vortex of life, seeing the change, large and small, knowing that our very seeing itself changes. All things end. Everything changes. Earth's joys grow dim. Its glories pass away. Thank you.